Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 24th of April 2024 and this is Flosstube number 75. A very warm welcome, whether you are a new or a returning viewer. It is lovely to have you here. If you do like what you see and you're not subscribed, it would be absolutely brilliant if you would hit the subscribe button, like the video, and if you have time, it would also be lovely if you could leave me a comment, let me know where you came from, if you've come to me from a shout out. I have had a few new subscribers recently. I've managed to make it to 1,400. Did make it a little bit over, then I lost a few, which seems to be the thing with YouTube. You gain a few, you lose a few. Just seems to be the way that it is. So I'm going to get started. I've got some FFOs to show you this afternoon. And finish, a new start, and some whips. So I'll get started. So the first one is Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Girl, stitched on an unknown piece of blue fabric from Stash using DMC threads. And on my last Flosstube I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to finish this. I was thinking about a drum or a pillar, and I've ended up with a pillar. So this is like a 4 seasons piece, so I wasn't entirely sure what backing fabric to pick, and it may not look quite right, but I just decided to pick out sort of the browny colours in her hair and the autumn leaves and the sun and everything. So I know it's an autumn fabric, but a 2024 charm on there and some chenille trim that I got from the works quite a while ago. So that is fully finish number 1. And then my next one was Scattered Seed Samplers Remember Me Pinkeep. And this was a stitch along with my lovely friend Dawn, Frosty X Stitch. So again, just a simple finish. That's my backing fabric. And again, chenille trim that came from the works a while ago. And then I refinished some of my older pieces. These had been, I'd had I think I'd just done these as a simple hanging finish, and I have absolutely no idea who this was designed by. Could be a Bent Creek, but then again I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, this was stitched quite a few years ago, so I've just finished it into a pillow. Starry backing fabric, and again the chenille trim. Sorry, some glare from my ring light there. I do apologise for clearing my throat, I'm really sorry. And then this one, I stitched this in 2004, so 20 years ago just about. And I think this came from possibly the World of Cross Stitching or Cross Stitcher. I'm not entirely sure. But just look at all those French knots. And I hate French knots, so I don't know whatever possessed me, to be honest. But yeah, that, like I said, that was stitched in 2004. And this was the original fabric that I'd used for the wall hanging. And again, just some chenille trim that came from the works. And then I did some framing. So this one is Blackbird Designs Christmas Rose, which was one of my 6 for 60 starts back in December. It's not quite square in the frame, but it's close enough for me. So this was a frame from the charity shop. I think it cost me, I don't know, £2, £1.50, something like that. I know it wasn't expensive. And and I decided to take the glass out. In fact, I'm starting to think I do prefer framing without glass, because I think you can just pick out the design better without the glass, if that makes sense. And then I framed, and again this is a frame from the charity shop, quite grungy. It's quite a tight fit in there, is this one at the top and the bottom. This one is the Snwoflower Diaries, Trust the Universe, and this was a gift from my lovely friend Dawn, Frosty X Stitch, the chart. Again, this was from the charity shop. It was £1, £1.45. I can't remember what it had in it, but I took that out, and as I say, it's quite a grungy frame, but I do quite like that. I didn't actually buy it with this piece in mind. I just bought it because I liked it and I thought it might come in one day. And then I kind of realised that the frame that I'd actually bought from the charity shop for this was a bit big, really. So that's that one. And then my final frame piece, again frame from the charity shop. This was £1. Barbara Anna Designs Cleo, which was a mystery cell. So that's just a gold frame. Again, it's a little bit battered, but I'm not too bothered. So that's my fully finishes, and I'm really pleased with all of those. I need to find somewhere now to hang them. Well, my Barbara Anna will go on my sort of Barbara Anna wall. Excuse me. So I'll move on now to my finish, which came from Blackbird Designs Agnes Platt's Strawberry Sampler. And this is the one that I stitched. That's the one that I actually purchased the booklet for. I'm not going to stitch any of the others. I'm kind of starting now just to really, out of booklets, just be really picky about what I stitch. And not just to hang on to them just because I might stitch something else. So I use the DMC conversion off the chart, and there we are. I'm just covering up my surname there. So there are mistakes, and to be perfectly honest, I just wanted it done. I'd had enough. I just fudged the mistakes, actually. I didn't unpick anything, I just fudged it. So I haven't added all the little motifs that are around the sides. So yeah, I'm calling that done. So that was stitched on 32 count Stormy Skies, or is it Vintage Grey? I think no, I don't know. I can't remember what it's actually called. I think it might be Stormy Skies. So yeah, quite pleased with that. As I say, there's mistakes, and I just couldn't be bothered. Could not be bothered to take them out. So that's my finish. So of course, because I had a finish, I spun my spin the wheel app. I can't get my words out. And I did my large starts wheel this time, and it came up with Blackbird Designs Strawberry Fields Forever, and I am stitching this for my Tuesday night BBD sal with my very dear friends Barb Battybat 210 on Instagram and Mouse Tales of a Stitching Mouse also on Instagram, but also I'm doing it as a sal with lovely Yoanita of Stitchy Things and Audrey, whose Instagram handle I cannot remember, audabod. If I remember, I'll put it down below. Anyway, yeah, we're stitching this together, all stitching the same one. So I had purchased a piece of 40 count Picture This Plus in Bashful, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely, well, I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to manage with it, because as you will all know, if you've used a hand dyed, it does tend to be a tighter weave. But anyway, I picked out some of the hand dyed threads. There's mostly gassed. There's a couple of WDW, but I only had one of them. And then I've just subbed with DMC, the DMC substitutions off the chart. So this is a 40 count Picture This Plus in Bashful. And that's where I am at. So I don't think I needn't have worried, to be honest, about the tight weave. Once I got my eye in, it was fine. So, and I've got my needle minder there, which is from No More Lost Needles on Facebook. It's Lisa, and it says on that the thread that binds us, and I thought that would be a nice one to pull out of my drawer to go on that. I've got loads of Lisa's needle minders, absolutely loads of them. So that was my new start. Everything put back in there so I don't lose anything. So I will go on to my whips now, and I'll start on my 2 remaining 6 for 60 pieces. And you may well have noticed that I've used a thread keep buddy thing instead of floss drops. That was because I was in a funk and I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered to measure and put onto, well, not measure because I've got the floss winders. So first up is Teresa Kogut with Thy Hands, and I started this on my birthday, on my actual 60th birthday, and Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, is joining me in this, and Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows, she wanted to join me, but she couldn't get the chart at the time, but she has got it now, so she's going to start that. I think she said she was hoping to start it next month. So I'm stitching this, but I am going to stitch these two eventually. And I am using the DMC off the chart. There's 3 weeks dye wax, but I'm just using the DMC. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. And that's where I am. So the house is nearly done. I've just got the windows to fill in. I think that's all I've got to do anyway. Oh yeah, and the top of the chimney. Just got the top of the chimney to do. And I did do... I don't know whether that's a sheep or a goat. I think it's a sheep. Love stitching this. It's such a lovely, lovely piece to stitch. And it's my first Teresa Kogut stitch. And hopefully it won't be my last. I do have some freebies of hers actually. Well, it won't be my last because I'm going to do the other 2 out of that anyway, aren't I? If only I could think. And then the other 6 for 60 piece that I have got left to do is this one, and it's Rebel Stitcher Designs Happily Ever After. And lovely Ruth Country Gal 854, I think. She was stitching this along with me, but she finished hers quite a while ago. And I'm using a DMC conversion. I did a DMC conversion online. And then I decided, well, actually, this wasn't... Which one wasn't DMC? Yeah, Autumn Gold, which was used for some of the leaves, and I didn't really like it, so I've swapped it out for 734. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count Coffee Craft fabrics. This was a fabric of the month. And there we are. Nearly done, she says. At the moment, I'm filling in all the leaves. And then I'll have to finish the flowers. And then there's just a couple of motifs inside to do. There's a lot more work than you think in that, actually. But it is well worth it. Well worth it. So those are the two 6 for 60 pieces that I'm still stitching. Right, so sorry, I've not unzipped these. And then I think I'd started this. Yes, I had started this last time. Stitches Through the Years Happy Spring, which is the last one I've got to do in this seasonal series with the sheep on. And I stitched this on a Friday night with my lovely friend Barb, Bat210. We do stitch sheep on a Friday night at the moment. We are planning on having a change, but I just wanted to get these stitched before we did something different. And I'm stitching these with a call for DMCs. Sorry, everything's... I think I need to switch my ring light off, actually, maybe. And again, I'm stitching this on a piece of 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. I've done all of them in the Vintage Country Mocha. And that's where I'm at. Sorry, I'm just going to turn this off a minute and just see. Better, maybe? It's a bit dull. It just seems to be blowing things out a bit. So yeah, since I last showed this, I have got Happy Spring stitched. I've got a little bit more of the house stitched. There are some more bits to the house at either side. But I do tend to find 40 count. I stitch slower on 40 count. It's not quite as fast going, but I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered how long things take. It's the joy in the journey, isn't it? And then on a Wednesday, I stitch Barbara Anna's with lovely Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows. So it's hashtag Barbara Anna Wednesdays, and I'm also stitching this with her for one of her 50 for 50 that she's doing with Sarah, Sew Me Sarah, and it's hashtag Fun for 50 Sal 2024, I think. And this is the one that we're both stitching at the moment, Garden of Dreams. Oh my god, I can't remember who else is stitching this as well. This is what you get for when you don't make notes. Did I say that I hadn't made notes because I wasn't? No, that was the first time I started filming. Yeah, I've no notes because I wasn't sure whether I was going to do this because I was feeling a little bit under the weather earlier, but anyway. DMC threads, absolutely beautiful collection of colours. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count raw linen from Stash. It was some that I was given last year. And that's where I'm up to. And she is absolutely beautiful. I just love everything about this piece, the colours, everything. In fact, I mean, you can't beat a Barbara Anna for colours. Absolutely love it. So I'm hoping to get quite a bit more done on that tonight. And then my next whip is Momma Loves You GB Flights of Angels, and this was originally available in the Patchwork Rabbit Advent Calendar from 2022, and not long after that this was made available as a PDF and a printed chart. And I just picked up the PDF with the intention of stitching it more or less straight away. And then it's just languished in my stash. So on this you actually get the design for stitching the crowns at the bottom. And I can't show you it because it's the actual chart. You get the chart also for stitching angels instead. So I'm stitching this with Carrie's Creations Old Salem Red. And it is just on a scrap of Foxglove and Lace Linens 36 count latte. It's not showing up too well, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'm doing quite well with that border, but I just wanted a rest from the border, so I thought I'd stitch one of the angels. It's lovely, a lovely piece is this. Sorry if I keep looking outside. I keep thinking, is Abby coming in? So yeah, really enjoying that. It's a small, but there's a lot of stitching in it. And then my final whip. Bear with me while I get everything out. Where's the chart? Tucked away with the working because I make a working copy. So this one is Long Dog Samplers the Pilgrim. And I am stitching this as part of 3 hashtags with quite a few lovely stitches. They're hashtag My First Long Dog Sal, because this is my first long dog. And then there is Let's Get the Dogs Out Sal, which was the hashtag that Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, came up with, because she was starting a long dog for her 60th birthday. She started Saga, and I started this along with her. And then I stitched this on a Sunday for hashtag Long Dog Sampler Sunday. So I am using Anchor Black, DMC White, and then I'm using Old World Red by Carrie's Creations for the words. So I think last time I'd finish the second page and made a start on the third page, I think. I really should watch my videos back, shouldn't I? So I know. And there we are. I just love it. Absolutely love, love, love it. Oh yeah. I was just looking at this bit up here and thinking, what's that? But now I've got that to fill in, I think. Have I got that to fill in? Yes, I have that to fill in, yeah. So, yeah. Going very, very well up to now. Absolutely love it. So pleased I started it. And I don't think it'll be my last. Might not be as big a one next time, but I do have another one which I think I showed a while ago. I can't remember what it's called, but I do have another one. Not as big as that. So that's all my stitching for today. I forgot to show this last time actually. Lovely Yoanita, Stitchy Things. She saw this and thought of me and sent me it. That's so cute. Really, really love that. Thank you so much, Yoanita. Yeah, I meant to show it last time and it totally slipped my mind. Cute, cute, cute. So I have no haul because I'm still trying to be a good girl. I don't think it's going to last much longer, to be honest. The temptation to buy has been quite overwhelming. I think more just to cheer myself up, really. Give me a bit of a pick me up. But yeah, I'm managing to be a good girl up to now. I honestly, I cannot, because I'd already started to film and then had to stop. Well, I had to pause. I went to pause because I'd started coughing and then I hit stop. So I had to start all over again. And I don't know what I'd said. I don't know whether I said... I don't know whether I've said it in this Flosstube. I know I said it in the first one that I started. Yeah, I just want to say, if you have shouted me out recently, thank you so, so much. I know a few people have, and because I don't have notes, I cannot for the life of me remember. But thank you so much for the shout-outs. I have watched a few Flosstubes. I'm getting so behind still, though, because I just don't seem to be able to get motivated to sit and watch a lot. I have watched some... Haven't commented yet, but I have watched Caroline Kemp. I've watched Sharon, Magnolia Nana. Who else have I watched? I can't remember. No, I'm sorry, it's gone. I cannot remember for the life of me who else I have watched. No plans. Sorry, this floss. I really shouldn't have done this Flosstube, should I? It's a right mishmash. No plans other than to keep stitching what I've got. I think I did say last time I've got a few sales this year. I just see how things go, really. Not a lot else I can do. I have been struggling a bit with my stitching. I've not been getting as much done as I would have liked recently. Just a bit down in the dumps, really. So, quick life update. The works where Abby closed, where Abby works, they're closed on Saturday. It's really done a number on her. All of this, all over the last couple of months and stuff, and having to go to a new store. Well, I mean, she didn't have to go to a new store really, but she chose to because if they're not going to give her redundancy, then she's going to make them keep paying her. But yeah, they're closed on Saturday. She's been in Monday, Tuesday and today. And she's had one other person in with her each day, just getting everything, all the remaining stuff put onto pallets and things. So she's feeling it. She's really, really feeling it at the moment. That's, you know, she's been there 10 years. Shop's been there. Well, the works have been there about 20 years. I think they were previously book people, so it's always been a similar sort of store for quite a while. So yeah, she's really feeling it. So yeah, I'm still coughing. I'm at the stage now where I think I'm never going to get rid of it. It's so damned depressing. So my chest x-ray, the doctor was happy with my chest x-ray. She said it was clear, but I'd looked on the app, so I knew that there was something. But it's bilateral hyperinflation, get it right. But she says she's not worried about that because if I'm taking sharp intakes of breath, which I do sometimes when I'm coughing a lot and I have to take a really sharp intake of breath. Of course, I googled it and panicked because it can be a sign of COPD, and I just went into meltdown. I didn't sleep before my doctor's appointment. I didn't sleep the night before my doctor's appointment. But she's not worried about it. So we are now going down the route of treating me for reflux, because reflux can cause coughs. So I'm on lansoprazole, I think it's called, once a day, and Gaviscon Advance to take after meals. So we'll see how that goes. I only started taking them on Sunday. Let's just say up to now it's not doing any good, but I know it takes time. I'm on them for a month, then I have to go back. I've got blood tests next week, just routine bloods next week to see if that throws any light on anything. But yeah, sorry to be a downer, but it's just right now I just think I'm never going to get rid of it, and this is me for the rest of my life. And then I start panicking, thinking it must be COPD. But I've never smoked in my life. I did have a drag of a fag many years ago. Many years ago. I didn't like it. Both my parents smoked, but it was never something that I wanted to do. So hopefully it is just this cough that's caused that, and hopefully it will go eventually. But I'd say I won't say getting to the end of my tether. I am at the end of my tether. But anyway, sorry to be on a downer. So I am going to go now before I depress you all even more with my miserable face. Yeah, I maybe definitely shouldn't have filmed today, but anyway, I've done it now. So I'm going to go, I'm going to watch this back and see how bad it is and decide whether I put it up or not. And then I might go and do a bit of stitching. Or reading even. I'm reading Interesting Times by Terry Pratchett at the moment. So yeah, that's good. Really, I enjoy Terry Pratchett's Discworld books. They do take a little bit of getting into, but I do enjoy them. So I'm going to go now, and I will hopefully see you in a couple of more weeks. Hopefully in a better mood, and all the rest of it. It's been a bit of a crap year up to now. What with Abby's job, and I mean, I know, yeah, she's still got a job, so that's a good thing, but it's not what she wanted. So, but anyway, I will see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, well done. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.